Hello guys, welcome back to Jeff's Smoking and Barbecue Adventures with some unique indoor cooking. What I'm doing, it's Tuesday evening, November 27th, and I'm going to be smoking this about 14-pound young turkey tomorrow. But you have to start the night before. I am doing a dry brine. First I used my cooking shears to cut off any loose hanging fat, or skin I should say, and then I rinsed it off, blatted it dry, then I covered the whole thing, massaged in some canola oil all over it and inside, and then you shake on kosher salt and kind of rub it in. And what that is considered a dry brine, and I will be putting this in the refrigerator overnight, not covered, and what that does is makes it a crispier skin tomorrow when I'm smoking it. I will be stuffing this with things that you might think are unusual, but it's not things that you would necessarily eat, but it gives off an aroma and it gives off moisture on the inside of the turkey when you're cooking it. So let's see, I think that covers it, so I will check back in with you tomorrow morning when I'm injecting this with a marinade and putting a rub on it. So until then, God bless and good night. Good morning all. It is 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning. Tomorrow will be a week since Thanksgiving. I've been waiting. Don't want too much turkey too soon. So as you saw, I did a dry brine with some canola oil and kosher salt, rubbed all around it and inside. Leave it in the fridge overnight, unwrapped, because that'll dry out the skin a little bit and make it crispier when it smokes. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna use my injector. Here's my injector, a Cabela's injector, and I am doing pretty much a simple injection of melted butter, and I put some chopped up garlic in it. So it'll be garlic butter injected into the turkey, and then later I will be basting it and putting some herbs and spices on it, on the skin, and then I will smoke it later, and I will baste it during the smoking process with the butter. So what do I got here? I've got some garlic, lime, lemon. I wish I had an apple. And what you do is you quarter the limes and lemons and stick them inside the turkey, and I'm just now starting to do that. It's a little dark in there, but there's garlic cloves and lemon and lime, and what that does is when the turkey's heating up, the juices kind of give a flavoring into the turkey and keeps it moister also. So let's see, so I'm going to start injecting in a couple minutes. Let it sit for about an hour while I get the smoker up to temperature, and I will show you what I'm doing. Alright. Okay, I just wanted to give you a little glimpse of what I'm doing. I've got 3 sticks of real butter, not margarine, with my sliced up probably about 6 or 8 garlic cloves to make a garlic butter injection. So the one trick that you want to do is stick your plunger into the butter to make it slippier, because the plungers tend to stick a little bit when you're injecting. So another tip, you want to do the whole bird. You want to do the wings, the legs, the drumsticks, you know, everything in the thighs. But when you stick it in, you don't just stick it in and push and that's it. You make several different jabs. Oops, sorry. You know, I've been trying to hire a cameraman for food, but nobody wants to do it. Not for food. I'm just kidding, but I could use... I am going to try and get my old cassette recorder. I had a nice tripod. It's downstairs. And see if there's some way I can set up my cell phone camera on the tripod, so I can actually be in them and have 2 hands to do my work. But anyway, so you stick the injector in, press and put a little of the butter in, and then pull it partially out and do a different direction, and you do the whole bird, and that'll make the meat so moist. So there you got it. Okay, so I am getting ready to put this on the smoker. I brought my rack in. I will be transporting it to that. Couple things I kind of forgot. I forgot that I had oranges, cuties. So I took one of those, quartered it, and I had a bunch of fresh cilantro that I stuffed in there also. I basted the turkey with my buttered garlic, and then I did a rub with just black pepper, Hungarian paprika, Italian seasoning. Oh, and my secret ingredient, you probably saw in the other segments, my flask. My secret flask that I keep in the freezer. It's got Jim Beam in it. And I added that to my butter and garlic just for the basting, not for the injecting. So I got a bourbon, butter, garlic marinade on the turkey. Oh my goodness. And then, like I said, I put on my dry ingredients. I got it stuffed. I'm going to put it on the rack. The smoker should be up to temperature. I got it set at 250, and it's probably going to take 30 minutes per pound, which means about 6-7 hours. I will be putting my temperature probe into the breast, into the thickest part, and when that gets up to 165 degrees, we will be golden and can eat. So, did I miss anything? No, I don't believe so. I am going to be starting a YouTube and put all my videos on there. Everybody tells me I should, so I think I will. I know they're not that professional, but people tell me to get a kick out of them, so I might do it. If it wasn't just 20 minutes to 12 in the morning, I would probably put some of this bourbon in my coffee I'm still drinking, but it's a little early. Hey, actually, it's 5 o'clock in Europe. Anyway, I will show you what it looks like when I put it on the smoker. Okay, so I got the turkey on the smoker. I have it pretty low, but I would put it all the way down, but I wanted a rack to put a drip pan, aluminum drip pan, to collect the juices so I can put it on the turkey later if I want to. I filled the water dish and got my meat probe into the breast about in the middle, and you want to get this up to 165 degrees, and when that happens, you're done. So what I'm doing right now is I put some apple chips on. When those are done, I'm going to put on some Jack Daniels, and then later on I might put some hickory also. I don't know, but for sure the apple and Jack Daniels to get a couple different layers of taste on there. So I'm going to go back in the house and prepare my basting butter. I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, I'm back in the house making my basting butter. I put another stick of butter in. I added about another shot of bourbon, some granulated garlic, in addition to the sliced up garlic that's in the pan. I put in some rosemary, some Hungarian paprika, some more of my Italian seasoning, a little bit of my brown sugar bourbon rub, some crushed peppercorn, and some of my pink salt. And I'll let it all kind of simmer up, and in maybe a couple hours I will be basting the turkey with this. Great flavors, bourbon and garlic. Hey you guys, I just came out to baste the turkey for the second time. I did it a couple hours ago. The turkey's been on here, it's 277 degrees inside, It's been on almost 4 hours. I had it set for 6 hours. And the middle of the meat is 132 degrees. It has to be 165 degrees, so I got 33 more degrees to go. So it's going to be close to 5-6 hours like I anticipated for the turkey to be done. Like I said, see that smoke coming out of there? Like I said earlier, I've already basted this once, and I'm going to use the rest of my butter mixture. It's got all kinds of herbs and spices in it. And let's see if I can do this with you guys watching. But look how beautiful that baby looks. Oh boy. Yeah, it's coming good, man. Oh boy. I guess I'm not going to be able to baste it with, you know, I don't have a cameraman. But I'm going to work on a tripod. But anyways, I'm going to get this basted, and when it's up to temperature, I will log in again and show you guys what it's all looking like. Oh yeah, and look at the drippings in that pan. Oh yeah, that'll be good to put on the turkey after when we're eating it. Alright, God bless. Well, you guys, I set the timer at 8 hours, and it's gone 7 hours and 37 minutes to get up the temperature, which now it is reading 165. Well, it's dinner time. I'll show you what it looks like when it's plated up. Oh, let's look inside. I'll give you a glimpse of this. Whew, smoking. There it is. Man, does that look good. Nice and brown. Oh my gosh. Alright, in about 5 minutes I'll be in the house and show you what it all looks like. Hey you guys, I wasn't going to come back on yet, but I just got to show you. Look at all the drippings from that turkey. I am going to make some kick butt gravy with some cornstarch. Oh my god. It is going to be awesome. And let me show you the turkey in the light. I'm letting it rest. You have to loosely cover it with aluminum foil for about 20 minutes once you bring it in. But look at this baby, what it looks like. Oh my goodness. And I had juice just squirting out of it. Isn't that beautiful? When I start slicing it and I got my gravy made, I will show you what it all looks like. Okay guys, one thing I forgot to mention, I think, I have to look back at my other video, but when you bring it in the house, you have to loosely cover it, and I mean loosely, for about 20 to 30 minutes when you bring it in the house. Yes, I sampled it, and I am not kidding you. Probably the moistest turkey I've ever eaten in my life. And this is what the final product looks like. Yes, I made some stuffing slash dressing, because when you make it in a pan, it's dressing. I made corn, mashed potatoes, and voila. And I'll tell you what, does it taste good. So there you go, another one of Jeff's smoking adventures. Bon appetit.